What is going on, everyone? I just wanted to film a full day with me today. I am 1 week out from the NPC Natural Northeast Grand Prix and 2 weeks out from Ben Wieters. So today I have 4,300 calories and I'm a week out. So I figured I'd record this. You're definitely not going to expect the fifth meal, maybe even the third and the fourth. But the fifth meal caught me off guard when Coach sent it to me yesterday, so I'll take you along with me through the day and show you what I eat. First up is the grocery store. Some green beans. They restocked my turkey. They haven't had it in the past few days, so 99.1 ground turkey. $10 a pack, so I'm getting as many as they have. Oh, they almost threw in this one. Another one. Alright, I'm buying them out. Four total. It's $40 a turkey right there, and that'll last me 4 days. We just need eggs. Pasture raised. What's the difference between organic pasture raised and pasture raised? They're all buzzwords anyway, right? Oh my god. 4 things of turkey, eggs, green beans. It's like $800 right there. Alright, so we got the groceries that I need for today, and now I'm looking at my meal plan. I have 80 grams of ground turkey, I have 2 eggs, 4 English muffins, and 83 grams of blueberries. So I get a 1/4 teaspoon of salt with every meal. What I used to do was I would make an egg sandwich with the English muffins. I would just make an egg sandwich and eat it, but what I've found recently, since I'm more hungry, I put a lot of the salt on the English muffins themselves and just eat them like this. And it takes me a lot longer to eat, and I tend to feel more full, which is nice. So it's a little hack that I've found during this prep to keep me from getting too hungry. But today we have a lot of food, so I don't think hunger will be an issue. So anyway, I'm gonna get this down and I'll be back for meal 2. Actually, just a quick side note on my last English muffin right now, and man, I it might be different once I actually taste some junk food, but I could just eat 800 English muffins with salt on them just back to back to back. Might just be me, might just be 20 something weeks into prep, but pretty gas. All right, so we got meal 2, 140 grams of turkey, 225 grams of rice, and 85 grams of green beans. Basically, this is just my normal meal, just with a ton more rice. So I usually have no rice. Basically, I'm just having a ton more carbs and lower fat today. Coming up, meal 3, that's when the fun begins. So I was on my way to get part of my next meal, but it is such a gorgeous day out. It's been 30s in Boston, and it's really only November, so it's nice to have a 50 degree day and sunny, so need to ingest some sunlight for a few minutes before I go and grab part of meal 3. Bag secured. Girlfriend financed. Thanks for the gift card. So we got a pre-workout coffee cake muffin. This is just part of my pre-workout, and I will go home and make the rest of it now. All right, so next up we have the coffee cake muffin from Dunkin' Donuts and Rice Krispies and ground turkey. Now, if you think I'm weird for mixing it up, you're probably right, but Rice Krispies is essentially rice. It's in the name, I don't have to explain it. And I'm in prep, so anything tastes good. So I'm gonna have this, wait 90 minutes, and then I go work out. So I went to Dunks at 2 o'clock. So I know this muffin's been sitting all morning, so I heated it up and it's perfect. So I've had a few muffins before on prep. Basically the past 4 weeks, my coach has had me have sometimes a muffin and sometimes sushi, depending on what he wants. And this is usually on a Saturday. So Monday through Thursday, I sort of dig down. I have lower calories for that part of the week. Then on Friday, I have a slightly higher fat day. The day after, Saturday, today, I have very high carbs. So I think I have 550 grams of carbs today. Today is definitely the highest high day he's given me, 4,300 calories. I think the most I've had was 3,800 in a day. So it's going to be fun to see how I feel, especially considering I'm going to work out after this. Then we got more heinous food after this, so stay tuned. All right, one last thing. I am literally scraping the paper, the muffin paper, into this bowl so I can then scoop out the remainder of the muffin. You better bet if Coach gives me as many calories as I could wish for, I'm gonna use them. So, like, look at that. Phenomenal. Sushi secured. Gonna go home and eat this. Sometimes I try and go out with either my girlfriend or someone else. You know, every Saturday I've had sushi, but the girlfriend's busy and I kind of wanted to just eat this one by myself, so here we are. All right, so 5 rolls of sushi. We get 4 tuna rolls and 1 salmon roll. I don't want to open this because I don't want it to fall out, but Coach also allows some soy sauce. Can't forget that. I can't be bothered opening all these small little packets, so I buy my own. And after I have this sushi, I do get to go to the store. I have to get sugar-free ketchup for my final meal. So if that gives you any idea as to what it might be, sugar-free ketchup. Not really one to like eat on camera, but give a first bite, first reaction. The sushi spot I picked. The quality of the fish is just so good. A lot of people are probably wondering why I'm doing this. Long story short, it's been 20 weeks of dieting for me. I competed once 8 weeks ago. That was to get my qualification for Ben Wieters in 2 weeks. So I just had to show up to qualify. So I didn't have to get a placing. I literally just had to tan myself, get on stage, and I qualify. So we went down, no peaking protocol, sort of just went right into the show. I was still eating and working out the same, no changes. My show 2 weeks ago now, I did a full peaking protocol, peak week workout program, like everything very catered towards the actual peaking, which I didn't do in the first show. And we learned a lot. He was sort of assessing and gathering data on how my body responds to certain foods. And the goal when you are carving up for stage, you want to have a full look without spilling over. And spilling over means you've had too much carbs or your water and sodium is unbalanced. But this is why you collect data. I've been having a meal that's sushi for I think 5 weeks now, every weekend. And this is the biggest calorie day that I've had, 4,300. Most I've had was 3,800 on a Saturday. So this is the start of my peak week for the second actual show, and then my final show, Ben Wieters, in 2 weeks. Sort of gathering data as we go and sort of perfecting the look. The feedback we got from my show 2 weekends ago is that I was one of the most conditioned ones there, which is what I take pride in, so I'm glad we accomplished that. But the feedback was to get fuller, definitely push the fullness for the next show. That was from the head judge, Mr. Justin Randall. I appreciate him so much. He's helped me a ton along the way, given me, guidance or, sort of just cheered me on and with a smile. So it's always great to see him. He pretty much judges every show that I go to, whether I'm competing or not. Hi, can I get a quarter pounder with just lettuce and tomato?
Quarter pounder with cheese,
with no cheese. Yeah, so quarter pounder, no cheese. Then can I get a medium fry and a chocolate chip cookie?
I'm sorry, only lettuce and tomato?
That's right, no cheese. When Coach put McDonald's in my plan, I was like, oh, I don't like McDonald's. So I asked for Five Guys, and he was like, okay, yeah, sure, let me change it real quick. And he came back and he was like, actually, let's just keep it at McDonald's. I assume it was because he wanted the specific macros that he had set out for the meal. So I was like, all right, fine.
How are you? 1302.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I can't remember the last time I've had McDonald's. It has to have been like a decade. I've had like an apple pie. I think that was it. I'm not gonna go to the store to get ketchup. I'm not gonna use the whole bottle of ketchup, so I'll just raw dog these fries and this burger and this cookie. $13. Inflation. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. I have so much faith that they didn't mess the order up. I'm not even gonna check. So now I'm gonna go home, weigh out these fries, and have this. might be wondering why McDonald's. So first of all, I'm following my coach's orders. That's all I do. Basically, the whole point of eating out or having these meals that are not necessarily on plan, so to speak, like they aren't made in my kitchen, he wants to give me a refeed. Have a day of super high carbs or super high fats, or in this case, both. And he doesn't want to stress my digestion. You might be thinking, won't this stress my digestion more? Not necessarily, since this has such less food volume. It's much easier to... They gave me cheese. I literally said no cheese. With no cheese. Quarter pounder, no cheese. That's right, no cheese. I have so much faith that they didn't mess the order up. I'm not even gonna check. I said no cheese, and I saw it on the screen. See, so this is one of the conundrums that comes up. It's like, I'm not gonna text coach. And I also don't think he'll get back to me this quick. And I hate hamburgers. Like, I just want a cheeseburger. I don't like hamburgers, and I was just gonna do it. But... So I don't know. Do I eat the cheese? Do I eat the cheese? So anyway, I'll get back to my main point. The whole point of having all this stuff is because, like, the cookie and the fries is like 1,200 calories. It hits the carbs and the fats that he wants. It's just easier on my digestion than having like a massive bowl of rice or sweet potatoes, or like such high food volume that my body isn't used to right now because I'm on prep and eating less. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that cheese. Look at how delicious this looks. I really don't know what I want to do about the cheese. Like, I know he doesn't want me to eat it. I got a fork so I can take it off, so I think I'm gonna do that. But I really want the cheese and I don't want to take it off, so I'm gonna take it off. I'm not gonna film it. I just want to eat, get ready for bed. So this has been a full day of eating. It's definitely not what I expected going into prep. Eyes are all right. They're definitely not warm. So little update. I didn't take the cheese off. I guess quarter pounders, they put cheese under and over the patty, and I was about to take it off with the fork. And I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to make this mistake again and like double check my food before I leave, because it's like 10 minutes away. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I will tell my coach and I will not make the mistake again. So it is what it is. Definitely not good. Like, I really did not care for that. Obviously, it's nice to have like a burger and fries and salty food, but it's fucking like, it tastes 3D printed to me. I can't lie. All the food I eat is super dense and nutrient rich, and my palate has adjusted for the better. Anyway, thanks for watching.